Good morning, happy apocalypse everybody. We're back with more Zomboid and we're back with our second Flier challenge. This time Ekron post office is the target. So we're gonna slowly approach that area. I was debating actually driving across the fields to really give a wide berth to the community college. It's a Land Rover here. I think though we need to I don't think we can just drive in there, so I'm kind of thinking establishing a little bit of a perimeter here, maybe having the gas station as a safe spot might be the right call, and then we can attack from there. Just gonna pretend that I don't even know the community college is there. A short blunt level, wonderful. Poor survivor. Not having a good time, even when he's leveling up his weapon. We encumbered here. Oh yeah, I read the electronics book last night. Let's just throw that in the trunk. What kind of college course were you attending? Ooh, and we're gonna have a foggy day. Wonderful, wonderful. Clean out those guys here. It's like 6 zombies. Then have a little rest. Then we're not gonna run into too much muscle strain. The hydration pack here? Yeah. What, day 5 and I'm still running around with a duffel bag? That's not how we usually roll here. I thought there was one here near that rest area. But yeah, the post office being surrounded basically by POIs on all sides kind of means we can't just go there and fight. So I think clearing out the gas station first is a good approach. Gives us a good vantage point. Can I not look around? Does this still work? Yes. Oh, hang on, isn't there like that? Yeah, I can look around with left click. Why I can't look around with the combat stance? Like, why is it like when I'm sitting down, things are different from normal? Don't know why they made that decision. Yeah, the fact that we have long blunt 5 now, that's like one of the reasons why I'm really a fan of construction worker. Unless you go like super hard into Axis with a lumberjack with brawler or something, there's no other profession perk combination that can level up this quickly in the weapon skill. But he would never notice us. Okay. Now, I'm still trying to figure out exactly, you know, what the exact criteria are gonna be for us. I still think where we just looted something, I think that was an exception because it was the Crossroads Mall. I think we're gonna do a little bit of a actual base there. I don't think we're gonna stay there for long. I like these having to move around often, and basically every week or so having then a new flyer, a new challenge, a new journey. But yeah, but I also don't want to turn into a just rush in there, loot one item, and get to the next. Like that might be a little bit too short. Anything in here? Beef jerky. Probably get a bunch of other food stuff still. These big shells. Yeah. Corn dog, fresh hot dog. Get them while they are, well, I guess not hot, but at least still fresh. Let's read this quickly. You know, getting rid of a little bit of muscle strain, and we want to read this anyway. I wish I kept track of which books I collected, but there's a mechanics one here. Bunch of ice cream in there. How's my weight looking? 81. Okay. Man, fog again. 2 days of rain, 1 day of fog, and then 1 day of good weather so far, I think. Doesn't really make it easier to spot how many zombies are around the objective, but we'll work on it. It's like 6 or so, maybe 8. Reading electrical, I'm still thinking that being able to hotwire cars might be a nice skill to pick up. Even if generally I think we're not going to be spending too much time leveling up skills. One shot. We're already there. We can beat this in record time. I'm hoping one of the zombies here nearby would have a key for us. That would be kind of nice. Okay. Even gonna look over there. You look like a postal worker, right? Not quite. Maybe it was not the right time to scratch a scratch ticket, but I can't resist that. I'd prefer if you didn't destroy it. Oh, let's have these little phone booths before. Last time we were here. Don't remember this. Kind of a shame a little bit that the game only has the asset for this like kind of double payphone, because that makes no sense. Yeah, having two payphones in a locked phone booth. That's very awkward if you're in there with two people making a call. The key. I did not see a taxi outside. Some steel sheets here. So we could actually barricade some windows with steel if we wanted to. Definitely plenty of hammers here and a hacksaw. What did I miss here? Oh, there's the door. That upstairs, or is somebody banging? It must be upstairs. Cute little balcony. It's not upstairs. Crazy now? Hang on. That's another bathroom here. Okay. Well. Place is secured. At least it's zombie free, and it's 9 AM. We have time. All the time in the world. So this was a truck with a bunch of planks, man. Couldn't have planned it better. Okay. So I think step one is gonna be let's barricade this a little bit. Thanks. I gotta check if we have like a torch in the car. There's a lot of windows at the front. Nails on me. I still have the jars of cooked food here. Gonna go here. Favorites, barricade. Slide, please. You do not want to add a second. Okay. I think we go for the triple barricade, which is enough that it's blocking vision. Oh, they added with the 0.13 patch something where it's no longer completely, well, it's still blocking vision, but it's not completely blocking light. Like you have like a little bit of light seeping through the cracks in the barricades. Seems kind of cool. I haven't seen it yet. There's a lot of windows here. Okay. Let's bring the car over. And I'm kind of also thinking, you know, if we want to turn this into a base, ideally we would want to find a generator that we can put here. I just don't think, I don't remember picking up the generator magazine so far. So that might be a little bit of an obstacle. Okay, let me actually drop some of this stuff off. Seem to remember that we had a welding torch somewhere in the houses that we moved into, but I didn't pick it up. So far, this was way smoother than I expected. Now, there is, of course, right next door, the gnome factory, which has a big metalworking workshop, and then obviously a good chance to find some steel sheets and some metalworking tools there. So I'm kind of wondering if we want to go there. I wish it wasn't foggy as hell. Let me actually have the map open here for a second. The entrance is on this side. I think we can just walk through this area, or we climb the fence here. I just don't like climbing the fence if I'm not sure what's on the other side. In terms of zombie population, and with the fog, it's kind of hard to tell. I wonder how much of the kind of low zombie pop that we're currently encountering here, both at the mall and now here, is related to it just being still very early in the game and the game hasn't reached peak zombie population yet. I mean, part of it might also just be the randomness of zombie distribution. Being able to just waltz in here like this seems wild. Or rather calm and not wild at all, because there's like 4 zombies here. Vince? Very, very similar, those two. Okay. Couple guys over here. Check behind the building. Very peaceful. Didn't see a keyring on any of those guys though. So unless the side door here is open, we gotta bash in a door. No house alarm, that's a good sign. Right, yeah, welding mask. Also not sure if this distinct metal floors walking sound has been there before. Get a welding torch, please. All the steel sheets in the world. There's a torch, half full or half empty. And a full. Okay, cool. More torches, 3 more torches here. Okay, we got plenty. Kinda want to make sure we're not gonna run into any zombies here. Fog is slowly receding. Like this whole place is just empty torches, no torches, steel sheets, and empty beer bottles. Like this, the one David here in the special place. Well, anyway, that looks all very clear now. And technically, we haven't been in there. The only problem is steel sheets are, of course, somewhat heavy. If we want to bring them over, we might either need to bring our car here, we're just gonna rile up a bunch of zombies, or we're gonna find a alternative car in the parking lot that is completely empty. How much room do I have here? 3. I think it's fine. It's a what? 2? Okay, so first things first. Let's eat some chips. And then if we get some things out of here, we can read this magazine and then throw it on the ground. As I'm not going to the second stage of encumbrance, I think that's okay. That's 4 sheets. We have 2 in the place. That might be enough to cover the remaining doors and windows. And we should even be able to just hop the fence here. Not sure if we have an axe to actually chop down another tree for some more logs, some more planks. A couple friends out front, so that's I think it's fine. Oh, can we even barricade with steel sheets? Don't we need metalworking for that? Yeah, need level 3 metalworking. Well, so much for that plan. Okay, back to the wooden plan. Haven't found a metalworking book yet. Like, not a big problem getting that level of metalworking, but it is a problem. Don't want all of these guys, but these 4 here need to go. Need to get that guy's attention. Okay, so let me double check. Do we have an axe? Chop down any trees. We have a hatchet, right? Hatchets are not really great for chopping down trees. And it's actually in kind of bad condition. I would need a whetstone. Do we have a whetstone in here? I think we had a whetstone over at the metalworking shop. Well, alternatively, we can just collect some logs from the ground. This one. That's two. And the weird new thing with the additional menus on the right-click menu, with those, there's no longer just remove log, it's gardening remove log. I don't know. Like, I can understand that they want to limit how many things are going to be in the right-click menu. So putting multiple stuff in subcategories kind of makes sense, but still. It's change. I don't like change. Stop closing this thing as soon as I move. Right, more planks, more logs. Alternatively, the fire station is right over there. They have some access. I just don't think that it's gonna be super easy. Quick in and out, grab a couple axes. Sure, the zombies won't mind. Let's have a quick look. And we also need to figure out if we want to turn this into a base again. What about sleeping commodities? I can't bring a bed over there, not with my carpentry skill. That's gonna break. Although it also seems kind of silly if I was, you know, as a survivor coming here as do I turn this big house with a swimming pool into my safe house, or the freaking post office that doesn't even have an oven? Oh. For some reason I had my hatchet equipped. Let's check out the garage here at least. The quick one to check out. Hey, the whetstone. Was torn there. I think We don't need a whetstone since we're using blunt weapons anyway. Occasionally we're gonna have to sharpen something, and I don't want to be looking for a new whetstone every time. Alright, what's in here? Well, no axe, that's for sure, and no generator. So I just want to walk up here a little bit to get a feel of how busy. So this is the fire station. How busy it is. Hearing. Zelensky, sure, why not? Sheriff Dash Elite. Please tell me that's just parked somewhere and not like part of a crash here. This one. Doesn't look like it's in the greatest condition, I'm gonna be honest. Don't look too busy here at the fire station either. Oh boy. Oh boy, this is not... Does not fill me with confidence here, the situation. This zombie is trying to get to me, and the other guy is like, stop making so much of a fuss here. We're not running with thumping with friends, so they're not attracting other zombies when banging. I haven't even checked if that mod works with the new version. Well, it's way too easy now. Sure, there's gonna be access in here. Well, yes, multiple. Okay, but I actually only need one. And a spectral hammer. And then we're leaving again. This is weird. Like this is not the normal way I would play Zomboid, right? You know, you don't just take one X out of the fire station and leave. You clear out the fire station and you loot everything you want and you put it in your storage room in your base. And you probably don't need it for the rest of your run, because you looted way too much stuff. But maybe you're gonna need it, so... The gas, but it looks so busted here. I don't know if you're gonna try. Okay, it's 5 p.m. Let's head back to the post office. I'm gonna chop down a couple trees in the back. Put some more barricades on the remaining windows and doors. And then, yeah, I gotta figure out what else we want to put in there. I really think, you know, if we go with the theme of this is supposed to be a safe house, our flyer locations need to be safe houses, then we need to have a generator, and we probably should put a fridge in there. I'm not gonna say we need an electric oven, because that needs just way too high of an electrical skill. That's not something we can do in a week. I'm also gonna say it's okay if we can't hook up the generator for now. Let me actually put some stuff away again here. Didn't I just pick up a spare claw hammer? I'm a bit confused. Well, anyway, let's make sure we're actually using the firefighter axe. It's out without the fog. We still don't see any zombies. This felt a little bit too easy. Maybe I'm also a little bit biased, just coming off the mall with its ridiculous number of zombies there. Oh, the locks. Oh, what's happening down there? Oh, we have 9 more planks. That is not going to be enough for all the windows. Still doing the old school, like there. The first reaction is right-click the window to barricade, and then you realize, no, that's not a thing anymore. Which I'm totally okay with, by the way. I think this is way faster for any sort of multi-barricading. Instead of having to right-click each and every time for every single little thing that we apply. That still feels like there should be more light coming through the cracks, especially with a full-size window, but game doesn't really know that these exist. Alright, put you away. 7. Okay. Weird zombie movement. We just clear out these guys, and then we're gonna saw a couple more logs. Alright, so far so good. Man, Ekron's a nice, quiet little town here. Relaxing. Keeping an eye around me here when I'm sawing this. Okay, so we're gonna need 2 more barricades at the one of the front windows, and then the barricades here in the back windows, and then I think we got all the windows covered. I think we still also barricade the front door and just have the back door as the only entrance and exit. Which means we're gonna need a couple more planks. I'll grab the remaining planks then. I've got a couple of fresh planks in hand. That is now barricaded. I think we're just gonna ditch the remaining planks here. Okay, so every window and door has 3 barricades on it, except for this one, which is our exit. Yeah, that's a good amount of work for day 1 here of the second Flier location. I still think, since we don't have any way to sleep here yet, we're gonna head back over to the houses. Hello. That's gonna be tomorrow's survivor problem. Yes, I did. There's a lot of junk on the ground. I just threw everything out that I didn't need. I don't remember we had having a generator in any of the garages here. Let me just take care of the couple of friends that followed me. Mostly those two. I don't think the big group's gonna come all the way down here. Yeah, but I think this is a good start for that second survivor house. Or safe house. Cleared out the area. Fully barricaded it. So I'm still thinking, grab a fridge from somewhere, put it in there. See if we can find a generator. Generator is, you know, a little bit hit and miss. Like some runs you have more generators than you know what to do with. And sometimes it's super rare to find one. Which of these books we have or don't have? Well, we have electrical. Well, yeah, let's see if we can find a generator. Then probably a gas can or two with fuel. Maybe we even leave some food, get some food from the gas station and position it in the base. That was my favorite hammer. Oh, there's the claw hammer. So for some reason I thought with the checkbox being there, that was the indicator for this item is currently the the little green indicator for this is the equipped item. But no, it was just the checkbox. Alright. We're looking at maintenance 3 and 4. What did we just pick up from that truck? Maintenance 2 and 4. Okay, 4 goes on the ground. My truck is full. That's not a great sign. Okay, give me that electrical book. Ah, a little snack. Maybe a little more snack, and then we're gonna spend the rest of the evening reading so that we can eventually hotwire some cars. What a timing, you know? Back at home for like 20 minutes and then we start getting drowsy. It's almost as I planned around that. Alright, but I think, yeah, that's gonna be our first day in Ekron here. Coming to a close. We can have a wonderful sleep. And in the next episode, we're gonna look at turning this barricaded post office into a safe house. Find a generator, a little bit tricky. Get a fridge in there, a little bit heavy, and store some food, fuel, maybe some weapons. But yeah, mostly like the main challenge was supposed to be getting to the location, clearing the zombies, and then barricading it. But since we were able to do that like in 2 days, you know, considering with the travel from the mall, I think we need to do a little bit more. For now, though, we're gonna put a cut in here. Thanks for watching. See you next time.